God.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dave Juskow, and this is the Comedy Cellar Football Show. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Oh, luck be a lady.
What happened?
Oh my God.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh God.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show, the Comedy Cellar Football Show edition. Every Tuesday at 8:30, we will be taking over the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show, thanks to our good friends at the Comedy Cellar. My name is Dave Juskow, and joining me on this inaugural show are to my left, and this is in no order, the great Mr. Nick Griffin, who you can hear on his Cheer Up special, is on streaming platforms everywhere. Mr. Keith Robinson, who you can see in the classic film The King of Staten Island. And he is joining us here today. And, of course, Rachel Feinstein, who you've seen on The Tonight Show and so many other things, is here on her anniversary and her wedding anniversary, and kind enough to join us. We were actually all together, was it 2 years ago now? On this very day, 2 years ago, for your lovely wedding.
I just have to say that I would like Keith to trash Juskow's Open.
Why do you think
possible.
I made it? I made
Keith,
it for
how
that
did you
reason.
feel? I know. How did you feel, Keith, when you were watching that?
I couldn't find the leave button. The podcast, I was searching for the leave button, and it infuriated me so much that, like, man, Nick doesn't want to go through this. You could have gone after that.
I just wish it were longer so we could talk less.
I was very worried about Nick during it. I was like, this is not Nick's vibe. He doesn't need this. This foolishness is just going to exhaust everyone. But I was very protective over Nick.
Yes,
Thank you for that.
What in the fuck was that?
When did you do that, Dave?
I put it together like the last 2 days, just for this.
There's a supply and demand issue with you in these Broadway poses. No one's asking for whatever the fuck that was.
I can't help myself. I really enjoy putting those stupid things together. And, I like show tunes and I like singing and I like dressing up in a tuxedo when I'm filming.
And tailgating as well, I guess. So you're a Giants fan?
Well, that's the thing. So I am a Jets fan, but I go to the Giants tailgates because they're a classier kind of people. I'm sorry I said that, Keith, because Keith doesn't care for Giants fans.
Right.
Right.
Now,
Keith is a Dallas Cowboys fan.
I know he is.
Nick is a Kansas City Chiefs fan, which is a good thing to be this year. And let's just say Rachel is a Washington Football Club fan.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm actually very into Manute Bol, and I see him having an incredible season. In preseason, he played like you wouldn't have believed. He was shooting from the 3 and the 4. And he did 4. Yeah, he got a lot of downs. He got a basket of downs. Yeah.
Geez, Rach, that's not really the way it works. You were invited to be in a serious discussion about football today. No, I'm just kidding. I love when she does that. But yeah, I'm a fan of tailgating mostly. And that's why, like, I have these pictures I was going to show you from the last, since there's no tailgating this year. This is why I wanted to do this show, because these are pictures from the last tailgate ever. This was in January 1st of last year. Yeah, it's cold, right? But look, as you can see, there's me and my friend Lee.
Oh no, Keith is really. Why would anyone? Oh dear, Keith. I think we need to hear from you.
Who are the Maplewood Cougars?
Yeah, that's a good question, but that's where we're tailgating this year, is in somewhere in Maplewood, because the Meadowlands isn't opened, so we have no choice but to tailgate there.
Right.
And that's our big plan. Where can I how can I get out of this?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, see?
That's what I'm searching for. Where can I get out of this?
These are the last tailgate photos. Well, this is see, this is the
these
beer
aren't even
bong.
pictures with comics. This is incredibly confusing.
This is a beer bong.
Going through his.
This is what I do every week during football season and a normal season. We have a bar and everything.
Scrolling through your phone. This has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with it. That's the beauty.
Now, when you go out to these giant tailgates, these Giants game tailgates, do you drive and then drive home hammered, or do you?
Yes, because I'm from New Jersey and I'm from the 80s, so that's completely acceptable.
I understand.
If you're a millennial, you should not do that.
No.
Here's
They'll
a
give you
picture
a
of me
pass,
and Rachel from the 70s. Is that really Rachel Feinstein?
That was the early 2000s with my natural Jew hair. That is who I really, truly am.
That's who I first saw Rachel as when I first came to New York.
I remember I bombed so badly in front of you and set up New York, and I was so horrified.
Some other girl, a female comic was there. Who was that? Do you remember?
Susan Preckle.
Susan Preckle.
And I bombed like it was a disaster. I was so humiliated. And you were very kind, but it was not good. But yeah,
I would have been the opposite.
I remember.
Boy, you stink.
Whoa. Hold up. What the fuck does this have to do with football?
It has nothing to do with it. We're getting to that. We have an hour.
I don't think football. When the fuck are we going to talk about football?
We're going to talk about it eventually. I just talked about tailgating. That was exciting. Here's me trying to impress Rachel by how many chicken wings I can eat.
Oh, God. I remember this party because my boyfriend at the time was so drunk and he humiliated me. Yeah, he came to that party and he was really embarrassing. And I think they might have had to throw him out.
No,
yeah.
He was such a delight.
No, that was a different boyfriend you're thinking of. But
go ahead, football, please.
Why do you want to talk about football? Oh, right, the show. Well, we are talking about football, and later on we'll of course be making our picks and everything.
Wings.
What? Oh, fuck chicken wings. How can you say that?
What are you suggesting?
Wait for the football.
All right, here.
Can I just say this? I have two picks in terms of like for my fantasy team, who I'm using as a forward and center.
Nobody knows what you're talking about. I'm going to show you something.
Listen, my quarterback is going to be John Stockton.
John Stockton?
Yeah, I think he plays with his head. He's very good. And, I hope he doesn't get a head injury, speaking of head, because the way he plays, my goodness.
Can everybody see this?
I can see it, yeah.
This is the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl ring they just gave out a week ago to Patrick Mahomes and crew. Look how unbelievable this is. I think it cost $36,000 for each one. And it's great. And they gave it to 700 people, which is the right thing to do in a pandemic.
Everybody that worked in... Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
I think they gave it to everybody that worked for the Kansas City Chiefs for the past 50 years. Well, look
Keith,
at this. And
Keith, what do you think? What do you think of that ring, Keith?
That ring does look. It looks very good. Very.
It is pretty juicy.
And they all represent stuff. The 60 diamonds, you can see, represent the 60 seasons they've had, and 16 custom cut rubies represent like 10 AFC West Division and 6 playoff appearances. It's like everything represents something, and that's not where it ends. This is the side. They have the 2 championships, the player's number, the player's name. This is the other side. They have so much information on it. The score of the game. And as if it could get, and I don't even know where they put this. This is like the inside.
Yeah.
These are the scores of all the playoff games that they had.
What's the cost of that ring?
I believe it's $36,000.
That's it?
That's it?
I think so. And because the Patriots had the most expensive one, which I think was $25,000 until this, or maybe
Could that be right, Nick? I feel like Nick's the smartest one. He would know.
I don't know. I'm not the smartest.
Do I have
what
my
does your
figures
ring
wrong?
say on it, Rachel? Do you have an inscription on your ring?
On my wedding ring?
Yeah.
Let me look.
Oh, it says golden pussy.
Well, this is the ring from 1969. It's a little different than 50 years later.
Yeah. God,
right?
Yeah. I got that ring in my house.
awful.
Exactly. It's
Actually,
ridiculous.
I think I do have an inscription on my wedding ring, and I realize I don't remember what it says. He told me, but I forgot. Does that make me a twat?
It makes you a twat if you're doing this show.
No, that's not what makes you a twat.
Yeah, right. Oh. Rachel's cutting out early so she can go celebrate her anniversary. Where are you guys you gonna go to dinner?
But actually, no, because the babysitter can't come. She's probably covered in Corona. But
So
yeah, the babysitter canceled, so we aren't going out after all. We're just gonna like order in, and I don't know.
That sounds okay. Keith, what were you
saying?
saying?
No plan.
For your anniversary, you're gonna have Uber Eats.
Yes.
So it's a good thing I reminded Rachel of her anniversary on Saturday, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I totally forgot about it. Then
like,
Juskow, of all people, remembers, and then I was like, "Can I not do the podcast since you remembered it's my anniversary?" He's like, "I'll fucking kill you if you don't do the podcast, you twat!" Like, yes, I was like, "All right, fine."
That does sound like me. I don't think I used those exact words, but it was something to that effect. Yes.
You said, "I'll kill you." I think it was maybe. You
well, like now here, Patrick Mahomes also proposed that same day that he got a Super Bowl ring to his longtime college girlfriend, and that's the ring he gave her. Let's see your engagement ring, Rach. I'm kidding. I mean, that's some ring. But look what this guy did.
Yeah,
this is her.
Yeah,
you know. All right, I expected Bella. And this is what he put together, and of course she wrote the classic. So this happened, you know.
Oh boy.
Like Rich's classic YouTube stuff where you look at those bed of roses. This is them.
Oh,
the happy couple.
Got a little leather, a faux leather.
Well, see, excellent observation, Nick, because that is how you keep a man. When you meet him in college and you want to keep him after he wins the Super Bowl, you put this outfit on and you do exactly this movement after he wins the Super Bowl. That is exactly how you keep a man.
What do you think about Juskow knows how to keep a man? I will say that.
I love this pose. That is exactly what you do.
That's what you do with your cat every night, right? When you're falling asleep. Keith, do you think that's how men want women to dress, like in those dresses? Like she looks like she bought that at a dildo store.
She looks like a Santa Claus helper.
Well, it's still hot. And here's them. And then I think she looks a lot like, who's that?
Oh, yeah, she looks like a Trump. What's her name?
What is that? The one who was married
Tiffany?
to Donald
Is that
Jr.?
Tiffany?
Tiffany, yeah.
Yeah, I think they look alike.
Yeah, they do look alike. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Yeah,
that's unfortunate, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's not
good.
That's not very.
But
pleasing.
Nick, you've always been a Kansas City Chiefs fan, or just this year?
No, I was an insane Chiefs fan growing up, and then I moved to New York, and I just lost the passion for following them. But I have like 3 brothers that live and die, like tailgate, drink beer. If they lose, they might attack their wives.
Right.
And
Keith, why do you like the Cowboys? You're a Philadelphia guy. What made you like the Cowboys? That's like kind of taboo.
Well, my dad left home when I was young. So, what the Cowboys have a star on the helmet. So as a kid, I'll look at the star on the helmet and I'm like, that's Hollywood star. That meant they were Hollywood stars. And that's how I became a Cowboys fan. It's simple, pretty much.
And they were big when we were young. They were always a good team.
On TV. They was always on TV.
Yeah.
Now, was your dad a Cowboys fan? When you say your dad left when you were young, what do you mean? Why did that make you love the Cowboys?
No, that made, never mind. That was a dad joke, but forget it.
I thought he said he was going out for a pack of cigarettes and going to Dallas, and that's why.
I get it. I thought it was like the first vulnerable moment Keith had ever had. I was like, oh my god,
it was
actually happening.
I was positive it wasn't.
Well, it's the best when Keith, and our guest next week will be Lenny Marcus, because he works for the Giants, and when I love going to one of their houses, and Keith is all over Lenny's dick when the Dallas is just all over the Giants. It's so awesome, and it really puts him in his. And I remember the last time I was there, you're like, "I'm eating your food, Lenny, and you're losing." It's really great.
Hey, is Lenny back from Hollywood?
Yeah, he's back from Hollywood.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
I'm not as big of a Cowboys fan right now.
Why is that?
Well, it's a lot going on right now. So, with the nailing and not nailing and all this shit is just
excellent point. I have another. We were just going to talk about that too.
Football.
Yes.
What are you giving us, Dave Juskow?
Excellent point. Shut up, Jessica.
Well, here's Eric Trump's tweet from yesterday. Football's officially dead. So much for America's sport. All because
Dallas
Cowboys they're going to let them protest. The Dallas Cowboys players say officials have given green light to protest national anthem, and Eric Trump is very upset about it.
What is he upset about? What is anybody really upset about?
I don't know.
Don't even listen to the national anthem. They're getting beer. They're eating pretzels. Nobody gives a shit.
It wasn't until recently that it even became part of the game. And Eric Trump doesn't give a shit, I'm sure. He's posturing because they like to pretend to be a patriot. It's one of their little
habits.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a game he's playing. Eric Trump doesn't give a flying fuck.
No, I don't think
the
he
national
does either.
anthem. He doesn't give a shit.
Nobody does. Until they just mentioned, I'm supposed to be upset now? Get out of here. Stinks.
Well, here's I don't know if have you guys, any of you guys been watching Hard Knocks?
No, I don't have that.
It's so funny. I got a COVID test yesterday, and they have all these huge NFL players, and they're all afraid. I mean, it's a horrible thing, but it's weird when you see these big. That's why I was like, I got to get it done if these big guys can do it, but they're always nervous about it too.
I'm sorry.
They get tests every day.
Mm-hmm.
And did you see about this yesterday or Sunday? Djokovic, the tennis, he slammed that tennis ball into this lady's throat. This is
that bitch was acting.
You think she'll get a settlement?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
She was hit by a tennis ball, not a fucking fuck that bitch.
Well, that face is
he's gonna choke on his soft meal his home attendant just gave him. Don't choke on your sweet potatoes, baby. Just calm down.
No, you see, look at the video. The video, she falls out. Fuck her.
He's like, don't touch me. I mean, this picture says it all.
Did you see it, Nick?
I haven't seen it yet. I did all that stuff bores me.
Yeah. You don't like the side show. You just like the sport itself. You don't like getting fanfare.
Oh, well, actually, I had Keith. Does it remind anybody? And I can share my sound of. That's the first thing I thought of. Was this scene?
Hey, Smells! $1,000 you missed that putt. Oh, the nerve.
You see that girl there, Rachel? That was one of my first crushes.
Me too.
Really?
I'm serious.
Yeah, she was terrific. Lacey Underall.
No, she was quite a.
Look, here's right out of the tennis match. Here's exactly how it happened. Right? That's exactly what happened to Djokovic. He threw the ball in anger. Oh!
I did not throw it up.
This is exactly the same scenario.
Slip. He just hit the ball back. It hit the lady, and she passed out all of a sudden.
But Keith has left us. Keith, you got to pay your Wi-Fi bill.
Oh boy, look.
Is he stuck?
Yeah, but this is how I've always wanted him, just stuck midpoint, about to spray all over the screen, and a woman talking, and there's nothing you can do about it because I know he hears me right now.
Right.
And guess what? You're frozen.
That's right. It's like you want him there, but stop talking.
It's a dream come true.
Oh my God, he's midpoint too. God damn it.
It's
some
like
ignorant horseshit.
I'm doing all this
There's
stuff
no
that
point.
like pulling up all this stuff that has nothing to do with about football to annoy Keith. And I have one other thing I want to talk about, but if he's not here, what's the point? You know,
No, but the good thing is he
Oh,
could
he's gone.
probably hear you right now, so he's going to be so angry.
Well, now he's getting off and coming back.
Oh, okay, good. And by the time he comes back, he's probably spitting all over the room. The home attendant's trying to stabilize him right now. Yeah, so she doesn't want him to restroke, so she's holding him very still.
But you know, this show has always been my favorite kind of thing to do. We used to do this down live at the Village Underground, which was so much fun. And Rachel and me and Artie and Lenny used to do it. I think Nick, you warmed up once for us. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
No, that's very lovely. Nick, I think you cleaned up after we got done.
That came out the wrong way. But I love talking about it. I just like showing, you know, before all this happened, I would just show slides of what I do because the fall is always my favorite time of the year because it's very football oriented. But then I do stuff during football. And when people ask me to do stuff during football season, I get upset. But then I always have slides and stuff. Like I said, we're tailgating in Maplewood in 2 weeks at somebody's driveway because we can't go, and we go every game. Hello, Keith.
Here's
Well,
Keith.
now I can bring up the thing.
Now, I'm back to that bitch.
So this is
Are you playing it again?
No. I'm showing you this. I don't know if you've read about this. This guy who used to own Jelly Belly jelly beans.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He's having a candy contest with a gold ticket, and it's a treasure. And if you got to find this dog tag, and everybody can do it in every state, but you got to pay $50, and then you get a riddle. Like every state is going to get a riddle, and I think it's. Oh no! Well, that's not it. Oh, well, this guy stinks.
Are you doing it, Juskow?
I might do it. I can't decide, but I like this kind of contest. But if you win, you get a factory. You get a candy factory, and it's in Florida. So I don't know whether it's worth it to own a candy factory in Florida at this point.
I mean, Juskow's house is like Pee Wee Herman. Like he gets up in the morning and has Count Chocula for breakfast.
Ugh,
he has Count Chocula and he puts like chocolate syrup on it. All his cereals are like, they're like what you would pull on your mom's skirt and ask her to buy at the supermarket when you were 4. He doesn't even know what healthy food is. He was like, I'm eating healthy today. I'm just going to have some Wonder Bread and ham. And I'm like, that's not
it would
good
not
for
be ham in a kosher house. But I see your point, and I did think Wonder Bread was okay.
I'm sorry, Wonder Bread and roast beef. Can you think of anything more disgusting? And Jessica's like, run a tight ship, try to lose a few lbs.
It's true, and I just ordered from Walmart a whole bunch of other sugared cereal. I ordered Honeycombs, Cocoa Krispies, and brand new, and I should have had it with me, Pop-Tart cereal. So it's stuffed with strawberry sauce like you get in a Pop-Tart, but you put it in milk.
Keith, do you tailgate ever?
No.
No.
Go right to the game. I go to the game to watch the game. That's it.
You'll go to a Cowboys-Giants or Cowboys-Eagles game?
I go to a Cowboys-Eagles game. I imagine if I was in Texas, I may go. But I'm not going as a Cowboys fan to a tailgate with Eagles fans.
Yeah,
Got
they're
that
insane.
Right. Yeah, because in the coming months, I'll show you. I have these great videos for when they were playing what used to be called the Redskins. The Giants would play, and these guys would dress up in all the headgear and the headdress. And we have videos of them. They have a peace pipe, but it's actually a shot thing where you put shots on it, and you all have to do the shots at the same time. And you can't even say we smoke them peace pipe, but they were all dressed up. So I don't know, Rachel, if you know, they changed. Well, they haven't even changed the name. They don't call themselves the Redskins anymore, but now the interim name is the Washington Football Club or something, right?
Oh, I should know that because my dad would take me to Redskins games when I was a kid. That's the first time I knew that.
They're not supposed to say Redskins.
Yeah, we can't say it
well,
anymore.
they were the Redskins at that time. Why am I even in?
No, they weren't.
The Washington Redskins. What is Keith yelling about? I don't understand.
You're not supposed to say Redskins.
ranch.
No, but this is in the past. I'm not talking about now.
Have you heard about cancel culture? There's no such thing as a past anymore.
I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying that was what they were previously called. And Keith, you called me like a cunt like yesterday. So what are you worried about?
That's being called
Washington football team. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back in the day when they used to be called the Washington football team, whatever, club.
You're lucky.
So
you're going to get a lot of blowback from this, Rachel.
Nobody's going to see this. Okay. So
she's right about that. She's got us there, fellas.
Your Aunt Judy is going to be furious.
She's watching.
So, hi, Aunt Judy. I know. I love Aunt
Just
Judy.
eat your white bread and roast beef sandwich and be quiet for a minute, Juskow.
But that was, my dad used to take me to the bathroom with him because he couldn't leave me outside. And that's how I realized that men peed like that stand and deliver style in like one big like pool. And I was traumatized. I had no idea this was a thing, that they just pissed in this group pool of like.
Your dad took you to the urinal?
Apparently.
Yeah, because he didn't want to leave me out. He didn't want me to get kidnapped. I was just alone with my dad and I was like 4.
Nobody got kidnapped in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Tons of people did. They just never found them because they didn't have the internet,
Oh, right.
Exactly.
I guess.
Yeah, all we had was like those Xeroxes on milk cartons.
Right.
Yes, you weren't going to find somebody based on like some faint lines on a milk carton.
That's funny. Now nobody drinks milk anymore. Now what are we going to do?
Oh, dear. I hear a premise.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
But yeah, so they just changed. They didn't even come up with a name. It's just called the Washington Football Club. Can you imagine all these guys get paid all this money? They couldn't come up with a different name.
I know. Well, Nick, when you would go to games, did you have like, what would you do? Like, did you have a thing you would always do? Would you go straight to the game? What was your ritual?
Yeah, I went with, my dad had 2 tickets with my grandfather, and they used to have beers and then drive there. And then they'd get frustrated because the traffic was so bad, and they would go over medians and stuff like that. So I remember that. And I remember them being increasingly cranky the drunker they got. That's all I remember.
Well, when they've lost.
Wait a minute.
I remember.
So your dad and your grandfather was drinking and driving with a kid in the car?
Yeah, but that's what you did in the 80s and the 70s.
Several kids in the car.
It wasn't even, you didn't even think twice about it.
And I remember it being fun for about 9 minutes.
But you probably weren't even scared for your life while they were driving because nobody even thought about it.
Not even for a second.
Right. It's the weirdest thing. And now, Todd Barry won't even drive with me if he see me, have a can of beer, so like 3 hours earlier.
What car did your dad have?
Oh, it was just one of those big Buick type things.
We had a used Datsun, and my brother puked in it so many times on the way to Orioles games that we called it the Feinstein Barf Mobile.
You're
younger than you.
My sister used to barf every time she got in the car too.
Right.
She was one of those people. My mother too. When my dad would take us to drive-in movies when we were little, my mother just gets car sick no matter what, even just watching a movie in a car. And she stopped coming with us, which was probably best anyway, because it just wasn't working with her. What
was your best? Can I ask another question? Then I'll stop.
Yeah, please.
What was your best Super Bowl? Like, do you guys what was your favorite time you had?
I was here 90, whatever year. Hey, Juskow would probably help me with this. I was here in like 91, 92. I think the Giants won that year. That was
the Giants won in the actual year of 1991. It was the 90 season. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. I was
when
here when that happened. That was a lot.
Me too. That was super fun, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was a good day. I think I remember I was at a party right on 3rd Street. So went right down to the Comedy Cellar after and got really drunk. I liked the Giants back then. And then I know, because we followed Parcells to the Jets and we had 10 years of season tickets with the Jets. And I kind of liked the Jets. And then I don't know what happened, why I'm always kind of rooting against the Giants now.
Would you say Bill Parcells was like one of the best coaches of all time?
Yes, you would have until the idiot on the Patriots just keeps winning. It's really annoying.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because, I mean, how can you say he's not the best coach ever? And the weird part, Keith, back me up here. I mean, isn't it weird that the Patriots and this juggernaut that they used to be, we don't know what's going to happen this year now that they lost Tom Brady, but Isn't it weird that they are so great, but every Super Bowl is close and they always win by 3 points or they lose?
Barely. Well, they lose when it comes to the Giants.
They lose when it comes to the NFC East.
Yeah.
Which is good for you if they ever play the Cowboys.
I know.
But what do you make of that? That for some reason in the Super Bowl, they have issues and they just breeze through the regular season and the playoffs. But in the Super Bowl,
they really should have lost at least 3 more Super Bowls.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But they get lucky. But most of the great teams like the 49ers or even the Giants always have 1 blowout game or 2 blowout games. It's weird that they've never had a blowout. It always makes you think they're up to something. And for some reason at the Super Bowl, he can't really figure it out.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think they were up to something with the ball thing? What do you guys think about all that?
Wait a minute, Rachel.
What? I'm a supporting anchor tonight. I'm a supporting anchor.
Can you give at least some up-to-date questions? Hey, with the air thing, what about that air thing with the ball? What do you guys think about that?
I don't know why. I'll stop supporting anchoring. It's not working for me. You're right.
We just got a thing in from the chat line. If from a week late, it says, anybody know if the Patriots' new quarterback is any good this year? The new quarterback is Cam Newton, isn't it?
He may be, yeah.
I don't know whether he's starting, but yeah, that's the question. I mean,
I think let's let Rachel answer this question.
Okay.
Cam, I mean, he's a great player. I mean, would I choose him over John Starks? Probably not. If I would, what do I think he could shoot from the 3? He's not going to be reliable. I know when it comes to free throws, he chokes. Look, I like Cam. He's a personal friend, so it's hard for me to fully weigh in. But I'll just say this. I'd probably choose Starks or Cal Ripken Jr. over, and I'll leave it at that. Well, what do you think, Keith?
This is my favorite thing because when Lenny's on, it incenses him that Rachel talks this way. Like the way everything incenses Keith. Lenny's this way when Rachel just starts mixing up the genres. It drives him
makes
crazy.
Lenny so angry. He's like, stop it.
Yeah, he's like,
out,
stop
Feinstein.
it. And Lenny is like, he never really gets that angry. He never gets mad. But when Rachel does this seems to be his kryptonite.
He doesn't allow it. He runs too tight of his ship. He doesn't think it's a fun-loving little thing I do. He wants me out of the room.
I like that.
Let's get to the
Lenny
picks.
does run a tight ship too.
Yeah. Oh,
yes. I made this chart that will be able to make our picks.
Ooh, this is exciting.
So let's make some picks. We'll blow past the ones that we don't care about, and we'll just talk about some as we do. So we have Thursday night, the first game, the Houston Texans against the Super Bowl champs and Nick Griffin's team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 9.5. I always bet on the Super Bowl champs the week of the game, so I will be taking the 9.5 points.
I'll take the 9.5 points.
You will?
Yeah.
No, they're not going to beat Houston by 9.5 points.
All right, Keith is taking
That's
Houston.
a closer game.
What about you, Rach?
Yeah, no, not with their new tight end. I don't see it.
So you're taking Houston.
Yeah.
And then
with that T.
And then we have, if any of our, the chat rooms, if you want to mention stuff, I can get chats and I'll be able to put it in. Or Mike, if you have one.
The chat's saying Kansas City.
Kansas City. Oh, the chat say Kansas City. Got it. Excellent. All right. The Seahawks and the Falcons. Let's go through this one really fast. I have no idea. I'm just going to pick the Seahawks. It's pretty much a pick 'em. Keith?
Going with the Seahawks.
Nick?
Just to go against you guys, I'm going Atlanta.
Smart. What about you, Rach?
Yeah, I'm going to Falcons. I mean, look at their record this year. They're blowing it up.
Chat room?
Seahawks.
Excellent. The Jets and the Bills. This is my team. The Jets stink. Even if they say they're going to be good, you can't count on them. This is tough because the spread's 6.5. The Bills made the playoffs last year. Oh, I have to take the Jets. I have no choice. Plus the points.
I'm gonna go with the Jets.
You're taking the points.
Be a surprise team.
Really? Well, that'd be great. Nick?
I want Juskow to be happy. I'm going to take the Jets.
Thank you. What about you, Rach?
Yeah, it's tough, but I'm going to have to go Bills, and I'll tell you why. I mean, personally, when I saw Kevin Durant pushing the ball like that, I was like, no one's gonna get in his way. I mean, he can't. They try to fucking set up a good defensive strategy against him, but they can't.
To the next goddamn team.
No, this is what makes Phil Jackson such a great coach. His triangle defense approach just works here. I'm sorry. That's it. That's all.
Mike.
Chat says Bills.
Okay, I hate you all. Okay, Bears against the Lions. I heard the Bears are going to the Super Bowl this year, so I'm just going to take the Bears plus the 3 points. Keith?
I'm going to Bears.
I think that's the right move. Nick?
The Bears.
I hate Matt Patricia because he has a pencil behind his ear. It annoys me.
So you're taking the Bears?
Yeah.
You're going against him. What about you, Rach?
Only because of the recent allegations against Isaiah Thomas. I'm going to go the Bears.
Ironically, that kind of works because he's a Detroit guy.
Oh, really? See, every once in a while, I hit on something, I tell you.
Right now, the chat's saying Lions.
Oh, okay.
Also, Aaron H. says Rachel has a good ESPN commentator voice.
She does that.
That made me way too happy.
All right. Green Bay, Minnesota. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers has a little chip on his shoulder of what happened this year, where they got like a new young quarterback. And even though he made the playoffs last year, almost made it to the conference finals, I'm gonna go with him and go with the points over the Vikings. What about you, Keith?
I'm looking at that Minnesota defense, and I think it's going to be pretty stout this year. So I'm going to the Vikings.
Okay. Nick?
Vikings.
Rachel?
Oh, sorry. Probably.
She's already ordering her anniversary dinner.
I was actually texting Pete a screenshot of the chart because I wanted him to give me like a really shockingly correct answer, you know?
Well, all of these are.
Yeah, I'm going Vikes. Love the
All
Vikes. Got they got
Mikey?
Chat says Vikings.
All right. Okay, so the Dolphins and the Patriots without Tom Brady for the first time in 20 years? Patriots are favored by 6. That makes me want to take the points and the Dolphins, even though they stink and will stink this year.
Yeah, I'm going Pats. I think Brady held him back. People thought he was a great player. I didn't see it.
That's great. Nick, Keith?
I'm going to take the Pats.
You're going to take the points. All right.
Yeah.
I like Tua, so I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't like that guy at all. I think he's going to be a bust. Don't tell his father I said that. Apparently he hits people. Mike?
They're saying Pats.
They're saying Pats. Why wouldn't they? Okay, so the Eagles and the Washington Football Club, or whatever they're called. I'm definitely taking I think the Washington team is a mess. I'm going to take the Eagles minus the 6 points.
Well, I'm looking at the Washington gentlemen, and I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Okay. What about you, Nick?
I'm just going to say the Washington, just to be different.
Yep, that's the right thing to do.
I'm edgy.
We will compile all these. Rachel?
I'm going to go with the Washington. What's the Misconductors?
Yeah.
The Washington
Yeah, that's their
Misconducts.
name. Mike?
They're saying Eagles.
Oh, nice. I always feel with the Eagles that they have a statue of Nick Foles there, and he doesn't even play there anymore. I don't see how that Carson Wentz is going to win when there's a statue of another dude who brought them to the Super Bowl while he was playing up there. I think that's a major deterrent for forever. The new Las Vegas Raiders against the Panthers. I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take the Panthers. I'm taking the points. I don't know who's going to win.
Well, with Cam out, I'm going to Raiders. They got a lot of excitement going on in Vegas with the Las Vegas Raiders.
That's true.
I hate John Gruden. I'm taking the Panthers.
Rachel?
I love John Gruden personally. I think he's a pushy player, but I like that style. So I'm going Crudes.
Okay. Mike?
Right now they're 50-50 on that. I'll tie break with the Raiders.
Okay.
Look at Mikey.
Here's the stupid Colts and the Jaguars, one of the most boring games, but Phillip Rivers is now on the Colts. So I'm going to take the points in the Jaguars and the defense because Phillip Rivers is a interception machine.
Well, I gotta like Phillip Rivers. They're having a great year. This last year, he's going to have a great year. So I'm going to
the Colts. Okay.
I'll take the Colts.
Okay. Rach?
Personally, I think Phillip Rivers, to me, he's a hole in the team. He can't. He never seems to be able to cover when they need him. So he's not a good clutch player. I'm going Colts.
Well, then that's different than what.
Yeah, no, I mean that's
right, Mike.
Chat says Colts.
Yeah. I'll say Colts. Here's the dumb Browns against the Baltimore Ravens. I'm sorry for the people in Cleveland. You know what it is. It's just like being a Jets fan. I'm totally going Ravens. I think they're very angry the way their season ended against the Titans last year. I think they got something to prove. I think they're going to win by 20.
Yeah, I'm going with Lamont Jackson. Having a really good game. Good game.
What about you, Nick?
I'm desperate for Baker Mayfield to pass away, so I'm going to take the Ravens.
Okay. to pass away.
Yeah, no, I think Baker Mayfield's got a few more years in him. To me, he's a baby. I'll tell you what I think of Baker Mayfield, huh? Pacifier.
What is that?
That's
Are you
fun.
drinking that out? Oh, what is that?
I involved a prop. See?
Yeah, I know. What is it?
It's a pacifier. That's what I think of Baker Mayfield. Huh? All right, I'll go ahead and go.
So you're taking Baker Mayfield?
Oh yeah, I'm taking Baker. Are you kidding? I watch these guys practice. I'm not like you guys. I do my research. So
what does the chat room say?
They're saying Ravens.
They're saying Ravens. That is the correct pick. All right, so the Chargers against this new guy who I really like a lot. What's his name? Joe. So he was the LSU guy, the first #1 draft pick. Joe Burrows, right?
Oh yeah.
I think he's great. If you get +3.5, I'm in. I think he's going to be great. Unlike Tua, who I think will be a bust. I hope I can play this back. During the Super Bowl when the Dolphins end up there.
I'm going with San Diego on this one.
Okay, San Diego. Nick?
I'll go with Cincy.
Good choice. Rachel?
I play there every year.
Since OBJ likes to get pooped on, I'm going to go Cincy.
Who does?
I don't know who she is.
I know. Sam Morril just texted me that. I asked him to give me a smart football thing.
Oh, all right.
He said just say one. OBJ likes to
Chat
get
room?
pooped on.
They're saying Chargers. No comment on the pooped on.
Nobody can tell me if that was accurate.
Here is the game of the week.
I love this game.
The Tom Brady new Tampa Bay Bucks against the Drew Brees probably final season New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. New Orleans favored by 3.5. There is no way I am not taking at least the points with Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so I will be choosing the Bucks. This should be a very fun game.
Tom Brady has a lot of offensive weapons, but he's lacking what he has in offensive weapons. He's lacking in defensive weapons. So I'm going to Saints and Drew Brees.
Ooh, nice. All right, I like the pick. All right.
They don't call them the Tamps for nothing, huh? Am I right?
Yeah, you're completely right. They don't call him that at all.
Wait a minute. It's Nick's pick.
Well, it can.
I'm picking
it doesn't matter.
Tampa because I don't like Sean Payton.
I thought Nick had fallen asleep, so I was just going around with Rachel. Rachel, so what are you going to pick here? Tom Brady?
I'm a fan of Peyton, so I think Peyton's loose this year. He's not, he's not doing what he needs to do.
All right, so
I'm going whatever it would be that would make sense with what I said.
Okay, you're going the Bucks. And I'm going to guess the chat room is saying Bucks.
No, they're saying Saints.
They're saying Saints.
Wow, look at that.
I like it. How interesting. I love people picking against Tom Brady. Well, I guess, here it is. Now we'll see. Is Tom Brady that great without his coach, Bill Belichick? This is going to be great. I almost wish it was a normal season. And yet on the flip side, I love that they're not going to be playing in front of people. I hate when they even put on the sound. I like it all quiet and awkward. I think that's much more fun. Here is the San Francisco 49ers just coming off a Super Bowl loss, -7 over the Cardinals, who they always play tough. They have something to prove, but there's always a letdown. I'm going to take the Cardinals plus the points, which is a little crazy.
There's no way that is crazy. San Francisco's going for blood. That defense is still phenomenal, and they have something to prove this year. I'm definitely going with the 49ers.
All right.
I hate the Arizona coach. I'm taking this 49ers.
All right. Rach?
I love the coach, but, I'm still going Niners. He's a great coach. I mean, he was my coach when I was tight end.
Chat room?
49ers.
Here it is. Keats, Dallas Cowboys at Los Angeles Rams, and the Cowboys are favored on the road by 2.5 points. I guess I'm just going to take the points, and this is nothing against Keats. I'm only playing the plus points because I'm not sure. Keith, do you bet against Dallas, or do you assume?
The Cowboys have a revamped offense, and a wide receiver they just got is amazing. I'm going with the Cowboys winning by double digits.
Really?
Whoa.
Yes.
Wow. That'll be awesome. You haven't been watching Hard Knocks at all, but there's really no reason to watch Hard Knocks and see that the Rams are going to be anything that the Cowboys can't handle. Nick, what do you think?
I don't like the Jones family, but I'm taking the Cowboys.
Rach, this is the game where they're going to be, legally protesting. It's all on the level, and it makes Eric Trump really pissed. Your thoughts?
I'm going the Cowboys, even though I disagree with the politics. I do think they're going to pull it out. Look, I mean, the bottom line is in long haul, it's the Chiefs' title again if they want it bad again. If they want it bad enough, the Chiefs are going to take this. So
Okay.
I think it's their title for the taking.
Can we assume that the chat room coming from everywhere would pick America's team, Mike?
Right now, Cowboys are a majority.
That's what I thought. And here's the Monday night game I was supposed to go to, which was going to be the perfect tailgating experience. I hate Monday night games.
Wow,
Never go to those tailgates.
That's
but here it was, the first week in September, perfect weather, and the early Monday night game when they have 2 at the first of the season at 7:00 means we could have gotten there by 3. By 7, I would have been hammered. It would have been the best night ever, but it's canceled. So I have to make a pick. And because I think that Daniel Jones, I think that's his name, is not the savior to the Giants, I'm picking the Steelers, who I also hate.
Well, I'm going to have to say this. Pittsburgh, they will beat the Giants, and I'm hoping they beat them because I can't stand the Giants. I want to see Lenny Marcus crying in the stands.
Why do you hate the Giants? Wait, why do you hate the Giants?
Because I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. He hates the Eagles and the Red.
Do you have a feeling about the Giants, Nick?
Actually, I like the Giants because they beat the Patriots, and I liked Eli Manning.
Right, but Eli Manning's not playing this year. So
I understand, but I mean, there's a lot of guys over the years I liked. That running back, who was that running back who was on Parcells' team? Otis Anderson. Anderson. I loved O.J. Anderson.
All right.
So are you going to take the Giants?
I am going to take the Steelers, actually.
Wait, why are you taking the Steelers?
Because I liked them when I was a kid.
Oh.
I don't like, I never liked the Steelers, but
why not?
I'm just thinking they're going to win. I don't know. I don't like Ben Roethlisberger that much. I think because they always win and they keep beating the Jets. I'm pretty sure that's the reason. Otherwise, I really don't have any problem. I always like Terry Bradshaw. So, Rach, what do you think between the Pittsburgh?
Wait, wasn't Terry Bradshaw like an epic player? Wasn't he like one of the best?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. Okay,
He
so that
certainly
is true. I actually do know that.
You do.
All right. I'm gonna go Eli Manning. I always heard that he loves Seinfeld. And he was like a crazy Seinfeld fan, which makes me think, I can't believe Keith is letting me finish this sentence. Which makes me think that he likes Jews. So I'm going Giants.
I love it. I love the
Giants.
reasoning. I love that irrational reasoning.
I'm going to say the gallery will pick the Giants.
They're saying Steelers.
Oh, they're saying Steelers. I got it wrong. Yeah, people don't like New York. That makes sense. I don't care for them. All right, so here are the Tennessee Titans, who had an amazing breakout year last year, almost made it to the Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos. I'm going to say they are very hungry this year to continue. I'm going to take the Titans. It's supposedly a pick'em game.
I'm going to go right along with that. I'm definitely going with the Titans because I don't think until Denver gets a quarterback that can do better for them, they're not ready.
I like Jadeveon Clowney. I'll take the Titans.
Yeah, they just picked him up on the Titans. They're setting it all up.
I gotta say, I'm excited about these two last picks. I just want one more thing about the Giants. I wanted to say was everyone sleeping on the Giants. If Daniel Jones can hold on to the ball and take a big step forward in year 2, they could surprise some people.
Man,
are you reading that off a text?
No, are you kidding? Come on, get out of here. Told you I watch everybody practice. I'm going with the what did you go with, Nick?
Well, it's right there. You can see it.
The condoms.
I know, but I don't remember. Oh, the Titans.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm going the Titans because of Kevin Durant, the Titans.
All right. What is the peanut gallery?
They're saying Titans.
They're saying Titans. Titans across the board. I think that's the first one we went across the board with.
No, you said you picked the. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sorry.
So there it is, everybody. You can get a look at it. We'll add it up next week when we come back. Those are our picks for this week. I hope that was fun for everybody. We're not finished with the show, but I'm just saying.
Oh.
I thought. Oh, sorry, Nick. Did you need to go? Well, I mean, like, what does everybody have planned for this week? I mean, how are you going to watch football? What are you going to do? It starts on Thursday.
I got nothing.
What about you, Keith? Where are you going to watch the Dallas game?
Probably here, home, chilling. But it's not the same without the audience. I was watching basketball's not the same. Tennis, not the same. So I'm like, I don't give a damn now. I'm not as hyped as I would be.
I know. Yeah, I know. And my favorite thing is the Red Zone channel, which is just the absolute best way to watch football. So, but it is going to be a little weird, but I'm also, I don't know. I think doing this show and just trying to make kind of a normalcy to everything that I'm hoping. We got a chat from Joe Exotic Twitter. He said, Juskow, take the Browns. And when is it Jeff Ross's turn to pick? Good one. Zing. But yeah, I know a lot of people say the Brown. I have a friend out in California. He always says, I'm just going to pick the Browns every week. And that's going to be my key pick. And I'll just take the points and do whatever. But yeah, the Browns are like the Jets, lost in misery with, I guess, a horrible organization behind them.
This is the first NFL season I'm not excited about.
Yeah, well, it's a weird one. I usually have a football pool that Rachel's been involved in for a long time, and Lenny and a whole bunch of other people. You might remember Mike Royce from the old days, and
sure,
all these people. And I'm not doing it this year because I just don't know what's going to happen. I get the feeling everybody's going to, pay their dues, and then I'm going to have to give everybody's money back because the season's going to be halted or something. It's just going to be all very weird.
I won one year.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me close with Michael Jackson Sleepover. Who's Michael Jackson Sleepover?
Memo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I did pretty well. I think I lost last year though, right? I was last.
What always happens, it seems, in the pool is that the person that wins the next year, they seem to come in last. It's very odd. I think they tried too hard or something. But again, I just don't know how it's going to be. And normally, I'm so excited for football Sundays, but I don't know. I guess it should be interesting, though, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I just want to have plans so I can take photos and share them with you next week. And so people can make fun. So we can have Keith on always making fun.
Yeah,
I made that video up front.
Rachel's supposed to be coming down from her buzz.
No, I was just thinking about the Titans because Clowney gives them a lot of different looks on D. And they'll go as far as his versatility will take them. So
we can see you reading off the phone. If you could have memorized it all, it would have been much more convincing. Now, who is that? Your husband or Sam Morrell? Who said he couldn't make it tonight, by the way? So what the hell is he tweeting for?
It's my brother. All right. It's my big brother.
Well, it's right on the nose.
He has 2 kids and he's trying to make dinner right now. And I'm harassing him with this horse.
Wait,
shit.
your big brother has 2 kids? Did they just have another one?
Justin. He's always had 2 kids.
Oh, Justin. I always forget which brother's the big brother.
Yeah. And he's given, I mean, he loves this. Jews love sports like that. Like he knows every single.
It is weird. They don't play sports, but they really enjoy watching it.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
How about, and I just want to go on record saying that the Washington Redskins is an offensive name. And I was on the forefront of the movement. I was a trailblazer. Keith, please cut me off. This is the time I'd actually like to be cut off.
You keep yapping and saying Redskins. Stop saying Redskins.
It's an offensive name. I was a trailblazer.
All right. So Redskins might be an offensive name, but do you really have to take away the Cleveland Indians as well? Like, is that an offensive name? I mean, I understand the logo, but is the Indians, is that an offensive name? You're trying to show that Indians are tough and cool. I don't understand why there's the Redskins. I guess that makes sense, but I feel like it's a tribute.
Is it up to you to understand?
Yes, it is, because I am the exact demographic that needs to know why all this is happening. The middle-aged white man who used to be in charge of everything and is getting very confused. What's happening?
Yeah, you definitely.
This should have been my time.
You've definitely never known what's offensive. I mean, you said to a woman in your office, you should get that spot checked out on your arm. It's probably AIDS.
That's true.
Didn't you say that when you were working in an office?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you're a moron. You have no idea
who it was. Well, we didn't know what it was. It was just when bed bugs started happening. Remember those? No one cares anymore. Remember when there was a big bed bug scare?
Man, I long for just bed bugs.
Oh,
isn't that funny that was a big thing? And remember the Me Too movement before the coronavirus? No one remembers that anymore. You know, I like to get calls and letters after the show, and that's why I do this. But no, it's funny. We'll get back to the Me Too movement soon, but right now it's just it's kind of funny. It always reminds me of that guy who murdered Chandra Levy. And then 9/11 happened, which of course is the greatest thing.
Does anyone want to save Juskow right now? I can't think of any way to stop this.
I don't have any problems with saying any of this. No, it's like when something happens and you're all like Harvey Weinstein, and then all of a sudden there's like a huge pandemic, and he's like, "Oh, thank God, my name's not in the papers every day anymore." He'll get his.
He's in jail already.
Yeah, I mean that was not a good example.
Well, I'm saying he probably doesn't want to be in the news anymore, so it's a good way to like not, you're in jail, you probably don't want to hear about it.
I mean, he was a serial rapist. I think probably would have been better to have a softer example and maybe a lighter scandal.
Yeah, to close out the show, just to leave everyone with a smile.
Yeah, I see your point, but of course, I've never been a great closer. I don't have any, I've been ending with that Ernie Douglas imitations for over 30 years, and no one knows who that is. I still, when I think about my early career or whatever it was, when I used to end the stuff I used to do on stage, I just, that nobody would know who it was. I mean, I guess we all have those kind of jokes, but mine were even worse because they were imitations of people in the 50s. At least like you guys had jokes where you could say like, "Oh, I used to end with this." Shut up, Rachel.
No, Rachel was right in this one. She wasn't right before, but Dave, please shut the fuck up, Dave.
Dave is just strolling down memory lane, not a question for anyone else. I think it was in the early 90s when I did my first play that I realized I had it,
Well, the problem is, when I realized I had it.
I remember when I first started. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, this is what I do on my podcast all the time. I talk aimlessly for 2 hours. So I guess I got confused for a while where I was.
Didn't stop you.
Well, that's why no one's ever heard of my podcast before.
Tell us your first jokes. What the fuck?
I like people's first jokes. I think it's funny. In fact, by the way, if you ever want to really irk Attell, do some of his old material from the 80s. Drives him crazy. Probably shouldn't have told you that secret, but anyway, Rachel and I we went together to Connecticut this past weekend, and we performed on the road. And it's really funny when you meet other comics who aren't in New York City, and they're like, "Yeah, I perform all the time. It's great. I mean, just I perform 5-6 shows a night, but COVID, just 3 or 4." And we're like,
Dave, you're on a roll of shit that we don't want to fucking hear or don't give a shit about.
How many more things can you say?
Oh my God, Juskow's like, and then when I got the call back from Star Search, at first I felt scared, but I knew I would do well. And then when Martin Short took me aside and said that I had a special something,
oh my God, that was the best day of my life too.
My
I can't believe
job.
he did that. I started to cry. Well, Nick, what are you going to do this week? Do you have any shows going on?
I don't. I'm just doing. I'm doing home.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Keith?
Get over this traumatic event.
Yeah, you're right. Nick just needs to heal from this.
What about you, Keith? Do you have anything happening this week?
Not really. I'll probably go to the stand and, well, I'm not supposed to say it. I'm probably go there and just wave at people.
Rachel, you've been performing more than all of us.
I tell you what Keith's gonna do. Keith likes to wait until he sees two old ladies chatting on the street. This is Keith's move, like on Bleecker. Just mind it, you're just having a lovely conversation on the sidewalk. One of them goes, you know, I've always loved strawberries. And the other one goes, yeah, I kind of like banana. Keith goes, shh, if you don't mind, just shh. Outside on the street, just keep it down. If you don't mind, just shh. That's Keith's favorite activity, is hushing old ladies having pleasant conversations.
I think that's my new activity to see them.
He still thinks you have to talk into the screen. Have you noticed that? I'm talking into a microphone. He's just you're supposed to lean your whole dumb face towards the screen and speak it to him.
No, I'm just tired.
Well, we're finishing up. Rachel, I was just wondering if
it wore me out.
Oh, sorry. Well, we're finishing up. Rachel, I was just wondering if you had any shows coming up. That's all.
I'm at the Stress Factory on September 30th. And this weekend, I'm just going away my parents are coming this weekend, but tomorrow we're going away for our anniversary.
All right. Well, take pictures because I'll be using them next week because this is the kind of show it is. So be prepared every Tuesday at 8:30 on the somebody from the chat room just said that Keith looks like he's in jail.
Someone else said Harvey is dead.
Alan Havey said Keith looks like he's in jail. That's hilarious.
He does. It's such an uncomfortable background.
He does. Well, next week, as I told you, Lenny Marcus will be joining us along with some other folks, and we will make picks and have a good time. I will show you nonsense slides that everybody can make fun of, and we will continue to do our Comedy Cellar football show on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show every Tuesday night at 8:30. And remember, when everything goes back to normal, please come down to the wonderful, world-famous, best comedy club in the country, the Comedy Cellar. Good night, everybody.
Good night. And for all you soldiers out there, thank you for your